Quanzhou, located on the southeast coast of Fujian province, is the start of the ancient maritime Silk Road and is recognized as one of China's 24 historic and culturally significant cities. With a rich and diverse cultural heritage, the city stands as a testament to centuries of global trade and cultural exchange. In 2021, Quanzhou, Emporium of the World in Songyuan, China, was added to the UNESCO World Heritage List, highlighting the city's blend of official governance, thriving commerce and religious diversity. Today, Quanzhou is making big strides in digital transformation. In 2024, its digital economy surpassed 740 billion yuan. Over 5,500 companies have moved to cloud platforms. 6 have been listed among China's national 5G factories, and industry leaders like Zhoumu, Anta and Syntec are seeing major efficiency gains through smart factory upgrades. So we've arrived at the Overseas Transport Museum, and if you didn't know, Quanzhou was the start of the ancient maritime Silk Road, and it was a very, very important port. So you can see from what we've so far seen here that there's many different religions come to this area over many, many years. You can see how religion is intertwined with Chinese culture. And everybody kind of lives in harmony here. There's no fighting, there's no arguing. It's all, different religions live together in quite harmony, really. These models here are kind of typical of some of the merchant ships that would have transported cargo from different ports to different countries. And I think it would have been very hard work working on those ships. And they were very dangerous. Many people lost their lives at sea on ships like this because they would have big storms, big waves, and they would sometimes sink because they're not like modern day ships now. These are all made of wood. So this is a raft, and these were made from a wooden frame, and these are actually sheepskins, and they blow them up with air, and that's what makes the rafts float. That's really cool and ingenious that they did that all those years ago. So as I said earlier, Quanzhou was a very important port on the maritime Silk Road. And people from many countries came here. They realized it was a nice place, so they wanted to live here. So many people from different countries and continents actually came and moved and lived in Quanzhou. And that's why it has such a diverse religion and diverse culture. So we're at Zhoumu's factory now. Zhoumu are one of the most advanced kitchen and sanitary ware manufacturers. They're number 1 in China and they're number 3 in the world. They get granted 5 patents a day. They have some of the quietest toilets you've ever seen, and they have some of the most innovative products that I've ever seen. Some of them are really, really cool. And not only that, they have a dark factory, which means it's a factory that almost operates in darkness with almost no employees. That's how advanced this company are. So this is a really great innovation from Germany. This is a urinal that can actually test your water sample, and you do your normal water sample into the urinal, and then you get this screen up here which measures different characteristics in the urine, and if one comes up as red, this means that there's a problem. So, and for early stage diabetes, it can test your urine for higher levels of sugar, for instance, and it will indicate it on here. And this means you can then go and consult a doctor to see what the problem is. But these kind of things are great. It's really like preventative healthcare, because a lot of men especially, they won't go to the doctor when they have, or they may even not know they've got symptoms. So installing these in some public places could really help to push preventative healthcare, because you get a signal before things get worse. And not only can it test, but it can also deliver the results to your phone, so you can actually go and show the doctor the results. And I think, in my mind, that is such a good innovation. That is really, really smart. And check this out, they even do a gold toilet. I can imagine that being very popular in places like the Middle East. Maybe Donald Trump would like one. I know he likes things in gold. It may be a Trump toilet. So if you want luxury, this is the bathroom. This was a joint collaboration between Jomu and Porsche. And they designed this bathroom. You can completely control it from your phone. The cost is around $28,000, about 200,000 RMB. But it's absolutely stunning. It's very designery and everything. Even the toilet, look, has got its own control panel. See how the lid opens when I approach it? The doors to the shower are controlled by voice. It's an integrated shower. You have this huge bathtub here. You can control it all from your phone. And this is some of their kitchenware now. We've seen glass washers for some time and they're really cool. You just put your glass on there, you rinse it. But this one, as a step further, it's even got a dryer. Look at that. Dry the glass. And that is really good. So Jomu have a number of brands, and one of the brands that they purchased 4 years ago is a French brand. And this brand is THG. And this brand caters for the very luxury end of the market. Just look at this. You have beautiful bathtubs with all gold fittings. You have his and hers wash basins, all in gold. Wow. This is really, really high end. It's very, very nice. After coming here and seeing all Jomu stuff, I really want to get Jomu in my house when I fit it out. They have some absolutely lovely stuff. Showers, kitchenware, toilets, really cutting edge, absolutely lovely. So this is a cross-border e-commerce public service centre. And what they offer here to small and medium-sized companies is they help them with their cross-border, so trade to other countries via e-commerce. And they give them training, they help them with branding. And there's a really good example here with these rackets. So the company that manufactures these previously only made for other brands, and they would make these rackets and they would print other brands on them. And at that time they only made about 20 RMB per racket. Obviously the brand made all the profit, but what this centre has helped this company do is establish their own brand for overseas, and this means they can actually make more of the profit and keep it themselves. So they can actually, although they sell less when they're selling direct to the end consumer, they actually make more money because they don't have a middleman in between. They don't have that brand taking all the profit. They make the whole of that profit themselves. So that's really kind of good. And the great thing about here is it's all offered free of charge to small and medium-sized companies. And they help them to do things like set up stores on a lot of these platforms, because a lot of these smaller and medium-sized companies, they just don't have the in-house expertise. And they also help them with cross-border payments, cross-border logistics. So it's all about helping companies here in China do more business cross-border, basically. This tower here is quite unique because a majority of pagodas in China are made from wood, but this one is actually completely constructed of stone, and that's why it's so well preserved. This is very heavy, thick stone. Actually, the guys just told us that these particular carvings were not carved and then put on. They were actually put the stone in place and then carved it while it was in place. So that's pretty interesting. It's actually a World Heritage Site as well. I think it's important that these kind of things are looked after and preserved so future generations can see the history. It's quite a tall tower. I'm not sure how tall it is, but another interesting fact is every floor has got a carving of the builder's name and a date stamp, so you know when each floor was built. So where I'm standing right now was really important in Quanzhou's history. It used to be a ferry terminal because you see the ships over here. For these large ships, the water was not deep enough for them to come to here. So they had smaller boats which would ferry the goods backwards and forwards to those larger ships. Those larger ships would then sail to take those goods to other Southeast Asian countries, and the majority of the goods they traded at that time were silk and porcelain products. And what they would have coming in from other Southeast Asian countries is largely spices. It's not used now, but it's very, very important in Quanzhou's history. So that wraps up our tour in Quanzhou. We've seen some different things, seen some historical things, we've seen some industry, we've seen how the government helps cross-border trade here. It's a very important place because it was the start of the maritime Silk Road in ancient times. So yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. If you come to Fujian, you should definitely check out Quanzhou. But as always, on a windy harbour, for now, from Quanzhou, take care.